Assalamualaikum. My name is Nusara Shaira binti Muhammad Samri and my matric number A22A0741. In this case study, I will introduce you to exchange rate. So basically, exchange rate is the price of one currency in terms of another currency. It is determined by the relative price of traded commodities to ensure equality in purchasing power among two or more regions. Exchange rate refer to the value of one currency in relation to another currency. This is important in international trade and assessing the purchasing power of the currency in a global market context. When the relative value of commodities traded between two regions change, it can affect the exchange rate between their currency. For example, if country A has a high demand for the product from the country B, then the currency of country B may strengthen compared to the currency of country A. So this will affect the exchange between the two currencies.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Mira Shafa Akila binti Sanusi. My number matric is A22A0246. Question 2. Difference between depreciation and appreciation of the ringgit Malaysia. The term appreciation and the depreciation refer to the movement in the value of the ringgit Malaysia in relation to other currency such as the US dollar and the Singapore dollar. The decrease in ringgit's value in relation to another currency is referred to as depreciation. The ringgit has dropped, for instance, if its exchange rate to the Singapore dollar goes from 3 ringgit and 32 to 3 ringgit and 35. It means that if import costs improve, Malaysian consumer and business will have to pay more for goods and service import from Singapore or other nations with stronger currency. An increase in the ringgit value in relationship to another currency is referred to as appreciation. The ringgit has increased, for instance, if the exchange rate increased from 3 ringgit and 35 to 3 ringgit and 32. It also means that when import costs decrease, Malaysian consumer and business can purchase goods and services from Singapore and other nations where currency appreciate at the lower cost. In summary, Malaysian export are less expensive and import are more expensive when the ringgit depreciation, and the opposite happens when it appreciation. The movement in exchange rate are influenced by a number of commercial, political and economic factors. Thank you.
I'm Qurratu'Aini. My matric number is A22A1398. I want to explain how Singapore cent is currency of the Singapore dollar in line with the United States US dollar. Okay, so total we have 3. First one is strategy of the monetary operating of Singapore MAS. Second one is SCD, standarding, and third one is relationship with the US dollar. So can see how the explanation, the first one statistic. Unlike many other nations, they use interest rate to control economic condition. So the second one for the standarding. So maybe the Singapore can manage inflation by increase the cost of the input and raw material over the price in the relation by the allot the SGD to appreciate. Okay, so our last relationship with the US dollar. So maybe the permit to SGD to the strength. So when the latter gain, the strength has the result of the US French reserve hiking the interest rate. So maybe can be stable.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nisha Abdullah. My matric number is A22A0355. The factor, ringgit remains better than other ASEAN currencies. First of all, examples, Malaysia have strong export and commodity prices such as palm oil, petroleum and gas. This will increase the global prices with boosting the ringgit. Secondly, with a relatively stable domestic economy on domestic demands instead of global uncertainties, Malaysia reduced the unemployment rate to a decreased percentage of inflation rate compared to other countries. This internal economic stability can act as buffer against external pressure on the ringgit. Enhance, strengthened independence of Malaysia is considered to be independent and committed to maintaining price stability. This independence helps to ensure that monetary policy to conduct in a transparent and predictable manner which can help to stabilize the ringgit. Lastly, the other factor that remain ringgit is better than other currency is the diversified economy by using the sector in Malaysia such as manufacturing, service and tourism contributing to its growth. This diversification helps to reduce the country's dependence on any one industry, making the ringgit less vulnerable to economic shocks.
The positive effect of the falling ringgit is a boost to export. A weaker ringgit makes Malaysian goods and services cheaper for foreign buyers, potentially boosting export demand. Next is tourism. A depreciated ringgit makes Malaysia more attractive destination for tourists as their foreign currency can buy more goods and services in Malaysia. Lastly is foreign investment. Lower currency values can attract foreign direct investment FDI as it becomes cheaper for foreign companies to invest in Malaysia. The negative effect of the falling ringgit is higher import costs. This is particularly significant for essential goods such as food, machinery, and raw materials. Next, inflation. Higher import costs can lead to inflationary pressures as businesses pass on the increased cost to consumers. Furthermore, is an external debt servicing. If Malaysia has significant external debt denominated in foreign currencies, a weaker ringgit means that servicing its debt becomes more expensive in Malaysia terms. Next is investment sentiment. Persistent weakness in the ringgit can undermine investor confidence leading to capital outflow. Lastly is consumer confidence and spending. High inflation and increased cost of importing goods can dampen consumer confidence and spending.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Amila binti Rosli and my metric number is 8228050 and I will present about a few factors that cause a currency to depreciate. First, interest rate. They have two parts. Firstly, domestic interest rate, which is lower interest rate tend to reduce the return on investment denominated in the currency, making it less attractive to foreign investors. This can lead to a decrease in demand for the currency, causing it to depreciate. Part 2. Foreign interest rate. If other countries raise their interest rate while a country's rate remain unchanged or are reduced, investors might move their capital to those countries to achieve higher return, leading to depreciation of the domestic currency. Point number 2, which is inflation. Higher inflation in a country compared to its trading partners can erode the value of its currency. As prices rise, purchasing power declines, making the currency less valuable in the eyes of foreign and domestic investors alike. Point number 3, which is political stability and performance. Political instability, policy uncertainty, or poor government can lead to a lack of confidence among investors. Unstable political environments can deter foreign investment, leading to a decrease in demand for the country's currency and subsequent depreciation. Next point, which is monetary policy. The strategies and decisions taken by a country's central bank play a crucial role. For instance, if a central bank engages in quantitative easing, which is increasing the money supply, this can lead to currency depreciation. Next, commodity price. For countries that rely heavily on exporting commodities like oil, gas, or mineral, a fall in commodity price can lead to a reduction in export revenues and hence depreciation of their currency. Lastly, global economic conditions. Global economic downturn or financial crisis can lead to a flight to safety where investors move their capital to perceived safe haven currencies like the US dollar or Swiss franc, leading to depreciation of other currencies. That's all for me.